Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of Pete's CD Vinyl World. Today I wanted to start a vinyl tag, and I see there's been a lot of vinyl tags going around, and figured I'd start one of my own. So what I'm going to do is name some albums that should have had a title track, if that makes sense. And what I mean by that is band or artist you like, or you like a particular album title you thought was really cool, but they never ended up having a title track for that album. For example, like Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction. There was no title track to that, but it's a cool album title nonetheless. And they've never come out with a song like that on a later release either. Like for example, Led Zeppelin Houses of Holy, they came out with the title track on Physical Graffiti. It was a leftover from the sessions. So I'm just going to show some albums here, CDs first and then records. First one up is Dream Theater, Falling into Infinity. Always thought that was a cool album title. Next up, Dokken, Under Lock and Key. Always liked that title. Man, I don't know if any of you guys are Dokken fans, but you saw the recent video of them playing last week. Man, Don Dokken is in really bad shape. I know he had spinal surgery and all that, but he's basically just speaking the words of the songs at this point. They did this like social distancing concert. I mean, I don't know how many people were there, and I don't know how much they could have got paid to do that since there were so few people there. But anyway, always loved that title. It could have been a cool song. Next up, King's X, Ear Candy. Thought that was a cool title. They could have made into a song. I guess too, like a lot of these albums, maybe they're that have title tracks. The album's named after one of the songs, or they come up with the album title after the whole album's recorded. So either way, Van Halen, Fair Warning. Always thought that was a cool title. You know, when you think about it, Van Halen have only had a couple title tracks. 1984, which was a short instrumental, and the song 5150, which doesn't even say 5150 in it. Originally that was titled Half the Way, so not known for title tracks, but Fair Warning, should have had one there. And in Mean Street, during the breakdown, David Lee Roth does say, and somebody said Fair Warning. So yeah, I don't think that counts. But next up, Alice Cooper. I'm gonna show 3 because I got the wrong 3. Hold on. So he had 3 in a row with no title track, with cool titles: Flush the Fashion, Special Forces, and Zipper Catches Skin. I thought all 3 of these he could have had a cool title track for. These are the first 3 of the 4 lost albums he made that he doesn't remember recording. They're all pretty unique. These 2 in particular are pretty good. The first 2, Flush the Fashion, Special Forces. So that's why I'm showing 3 for him. Yngwie Malmsteen, Odyssey. Odyssey kind of fits in with his whole like Dungeons and Dragons and Ye Old Kings stuff they sing about. So, and Black Sabbath, Dehumanizer. Thought that was a cool title. I'm not a huge fan of this album, but thought that title was pretty cool. Moving on to records. First one, The Who, Face Dances. Now you're going to say, well, there's that Pete Townsend song, Face Dances, but that's Face Dances Part 2. Whatever happened to Face Dances Part 1? But yeah, they should have had a title track for this, I believe. Again, The Who's not another band that had a lot of title tracks. They had Who Are You, and what else? I don't think... My Generation, their first album, a quick one. But besides that, they didn't have a lot of title tracks to their albums. Next up is Desolation Boulevard from Sweet. I always thought that was a cool title. Could have had a cool title track, I thought, with that. Next up, Blue Oyster Cult, Spectres. kind of a Mystique type title. Could have had a cool title track, I thought, with that. Next up, Bon Jovi, Slippery When Wet. Could have fit in perfectly with this era, the title track there. Not a huge fan of them. I do like their first 4 or 5 albums, but after that, can't really stand them. But this could have been a good title track nonetheless. How about Fleetwood Mac Rumors? That could have been a good title track considering what this album is about. Both couples in the band breaking up. So that could have been a cool little title track. How about Kiss? Have a bunch of albums I thought definitely could have had title tracks. You got Dressed to Kill, which would have been a cool song. Destroyer. It's funny because Gene Simmons produced a band from Japan in the 80s called EZO, and they had a song called Destroyer, so I wonder if he put that in their ear. But the one I'm picking today is Rock and Roll Over, which I guess maybe they figured they had so many songs with the rock and roll title in there. It's funny, the band Mr. Big, if you're familiar with them, they had a song called Rock and Roll Over. I wonder if they got inspired by that. And Aaron Mutha Amare, whatever the hell your name is. See that there? I don't know if you can see it. You know what this is, right? And how about Iron Maiden? Iron Maiden, almost every one of their albums has a title track, including the first Iron Maiden album, which has the song Iron Maiden, but they didn't have one for Peace of Mind. Maybe because of the Boston song Peace of Mind? I don't know. But yeah, kind of curious why they didn't come up with a title track for that. And another one, Priest, also have a lot of title tracks to their albums. But the coolest one of all, coolest title, Sad Wings of Destiny, they didn't have one. Now, Rob Halford, in the 90s, one of his Halford albums, I believe, had a song called Sad Wings, but yeah, that doesn't count. Anyway, that's all I'm going to show for today. So give me like 5 albums, 10 albums that you think should have had a title track. If you like these videos, please subscribe. I'll talk to you later. Thanks.